Demigods, they gathered and they all started glorifying. All the demigods, they gathered at this place, Nrisimha-pali. Hence this place is also known as Deva-pali. All the demigods, they gathered here. That's why it is known as Deva-pali. The meaning of Pali is a place where people gather. That place is known as Pali. Pali is also known as a village. Pali has a lot of meanings, but the demigods, they gathered here. That's why this is known as Deva-pali. Nrisimhadev, when he appeared here, at that time, Hiko Nrisimha Parto Nrisimha, Jato Jato Yami Tato Nrisimha, as we say, Antar Nrisimha, Bahir Nrisimha, Nrisimhami Sharanam Prapate. There are so many glorifications of Nrisimhadev. Just like Jayadeva Gosvami Pad, he is glorifying Nrisimhadev, Nrisimhadev, Lita Hiranyakashipu Nanabringa Esavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Malavre Tab Pad Kamal Vare Pad Kamal. Here he gods Nrisimhadev, his hand is like a lotus. They're telling how Nrisimhadev looks. On his hands, the nails on the hands, Parasingha, they are like a lion. The Singha means like the top, like the topmost pin of the mountain. It's like a very sharp. Exactly like that, Nrisimhadev on the hands, his nails are like very sharp and like lion. And on top of that, Hiranyakashipu's chest, he teared apart the chest of Hiranyakashipu. In our scriptures, Jayadeva Goswami Pad is explaining, like, who drinks the nectar of lotus? Bumblebee drinks the nectar from lotus. How's Hiranyakashipu? Hiranyakashipu is eternal, and his nails become lotus. So what is the problem here? Wherever lotus is, that place naturally bumblebee manifests there. That means Tavakar Kamal Vare Nakum Adbut Sringa Hiranyakashipu Nubringa Aho. There are so beautiful hands of Nrisimhadev, like a beautiful lotus, who kill like Hiranyakashipu, like like a bumblebee is sitting on it, so it's looking like that. Here, the Virodhabhasha Alankar, contradiction of terms also happening here. Paradox. First you understand Virodhabhasha Alankar, paradox. What is paradox? Virodhabhasha Alankar. According to these scriptures, the God's hands are like a lotus. It's okay, but Hiranyakashipu, he's a demon. How and what is he compared to? He's compared to a bumblebee, but how is that possible? In reality, if you see, Hiranyakashipu is not one demon. Outside, he is playing a role of being a demon. Like if you see in a theater, drama, movies, if someone is acting in there, they're playing a role. But in reality, Hiranyakashipu is a devotee of God. Why? Because he was the associate of Vaikuntha, Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu. Parshad, Jaya-Vijaya Parshad from the Vaikuntha. The associates of God are eternal associates of God. They are devotees. But here, who's doing Lila, through this Lila, they are playing a role of a demon. So that's why Hiranyakashipu, this example has been given. His example is compared to a bumblebee, Hiranyakashipu, as like black bee. So it's black bee. And the hands of the God are like lotus. So in reality, so whoever drinks the smell of the hands of God and drinks the nectar, the devotees, black bee is taking that nectar. Here, the paradox, the contradiction of terms is here because the hand of God is like a lotus. But Hiranyakashipu is a demon. How can he be a black bee? How to give example? So the example is given here that God, Hiranyakashipu, when he torn the chest apart, when he tear the chest of Hiranyakashipu, he is showing the how God, he's putting the beauty of his lotus-like hands toward his devotee's chest, and he's making the nectar drink to the devotee. So this is the special quality. And the second thing is Jaya-Vijaya. They received the curse from Chatushan, and they came here for 3 births. In first birth they were Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh, and in second Ravan and Kumbhakarna in Treta Yuga, and in Dwapar Yuga, third time Shishupal and Dadvakra. They are here to take the nectar of Leelas of God. But in reality, what are they doing? They are serving God in a way. They are eternal associates of God. Being eternal associates of God, they are taking nectar of the victory mood of God, victory ras. Like, who can fight God? Who has the power to face God, stand against God? What did God do with the help of Yog Maya? He entered into the mouth of Chatushan and he gave them a curse. Jaya and Vijay, they got a curse. And as they got cursed, then they appeared in this material world. Because in Vaikuntha, Jaya-Vijaya, they won't fight with God. Who will fight? Like only each person who possesses equal power can only fight a person who has equal power. The equality has to be there to fight. With a lion, a rat and a lion cannot battle. That's the thing. Cannot fight. So what should we do? In reality, Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad has said that what did God do? He manifested power in the hearts of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh. He provided power in their hearts to take the taste of mood of victory. He gave his devotees water. There is not even a thing that can fight God. There is no element at all. Nobody can fight God. If you want to fight God, you have to be powerful like God. So what did God do? He had his power. He gave some of his power to the demon. So who is he fighting? He is fighting to his own power. So this is the pure thoughts here. And the second thoughts are second opinion that once time God Narayan was taking rest in Vaikuntha, and at that time Lakshmi-devi she wanted to enter the room of Narayan. Lakshmi-devi said, I want to go into the room of Narayan. At that time Jaya-Vijaya, they stopped being a security person, they stopped. So for that, to manifest the Lila properly, at that time there was problem. So Lakshmi-devi felt bad and she gave them curse like go, and for some time you won't get opportunity to serve God. Your service will be taken away from you here. So that's why Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad and Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he's also explaining Loka Bhagavad Grantha, like only with the desire of God they appeared in the material world by the desire of God. Because if you do aparadha in the lotus feet of anyone, how do you rectify it? What is the solution? So Lakshmi-devi, Jaya-Vijaya, they were security guards, and at that time Narayan was taking rest. Who is more better, Lakshmi-devi or Jaya-Vijaya? Jaya-Vijaya, they were security guards, and Lakshmi-devi is his wife. So husband and wife, so wife has a natural right to enter husband's room. But Jaya and Vijay, being high on ego of being a servant, they stopped Lakshmi-ji to entering the room. So in Vaikuntha, there's no aparadha exist in Vaikuntha, but still, in Vaikuntha, this is explaining just to make the manifest Leela properly. They commit offense in the lotus feet of Lakshmi-devi, and Lakshmi-devi, she wanted to destroy the ego of the Jaya-Vijaya's servant. Some servants get, I am doing seva, they get ego. So having seva ka abhiman, like being high on ego of being a servant, so he had to come. Like in Nitya Golok Vrindavan Dham, it is also explained that one time Krishna, he was meeting Ganga. He is his friend, he is Sakhi of Radharani. Ganga, Birja is also a Sakhi. So Krishna, at some time in Nitya Golok Vrindavan Dham, and he was meeting Ganga and Birja in a kunj, beautiful kunja. He was talking to them. At that time, Shri Radharani came and she got the news. At that time, Radharani, she got angry and she came. So outside the kunja, there was a brother, Sridama, outside, standing outside the kunja, and Sridama was in the form of Gaur Kipal. What did Sridham do? Sridham stopped Radharani, and Radharani got angry, and she gave curse to Sridham, like, you go to Murtalok and take a birth as a demon. And Sridham said, why are you giving me curse, sister? I am servant of Krishna. And Sridham also gave curse to Radharani, like, you go, like me, you will also have to go to material world, and from 100 years you will have to tolerate the pain of being separated from Krishna. 100 years. Till 100 years you will have to burn in separation of Krishna. So after that, Radharani, she appeared in this world. So that's why Sridham, so in one way, Sridham came in form of Jalandhar, the Tulsi's father, and the Radharani's brother, Sridham. And so that's why Sri Radharani, she burned in separation from Krishna for 100 years. Radha Hriday Brahman Puran and many scriptures, Vyasadeva has explained this properly. Especially when Radharani gave him curse and Sridham got upset. And Radharani entered inside, and Radharani went inside and she saw that Krishna started to think that he is so angry. When there's a anger between love and a lover, what do? They can do anything. They do anything. What did Krishna do? Krishna, he disappeared from that place. And at the same time, and the Ganga was there. When Ganga disappeared, and Krishna said, oh, I'm alone. And Radharani said, oh, you're lying, I'm smelling the smell of hair of Ganga. So Radharani gave curse to Ganga as well. Ganga, you go to material world and you go and wander there. So with that same Ganga, in Virja Nadi or Ganga is also known as Virja. It appeared in this world. There are two stories. According to Bhagavatam, it came through the king Bhagirath from the utensil of Brahma, but in reality, the real Ganga, who is real Ganga? Virja. That is a Sakhi. And it's a Sakhi of Radharani. So when it disappeared, and it appeared in the material world, Ganga. This Ganga and Radharani's Ganga, Virja, they're all different names, but the same thing. So this is the thing. And Krishna and Radharani also cursed Krishna. What did she curse? Like, go. You have rejected me, and without my permission, you are meeting with Virja and Ganga. So you go to material world. Who gave this curse? Radharani gave this curse to Krishna. That you go to material world and Punstali.
Woman, not man or woman.
So like not man or woman, take a birth. So a person who is being with a lot of women. Punstali, one who spends a lot of time with other women. A man who spends a lot of time with other women. A lot of different women. Punstali, a man who spends a lot of time with different women. And Punstali. Pu means Purush, like who is taking romance with a lot of girls. Like Lampard. It's like Lampard. The exact translation would be pervert, but I don't think that's right here. So Krishna said, oh, you have given me curse for no reason. And Krishna also said, you go to material world and
हमारे साथ विवाह नहीं
and you will never get married to me. नहीं होगा.
एक दूसरे के साथ प्रेम प्रतीक किस लिए करती है?
So why do you love one another? One girl and one man and boy. Why do they love? To marry, to get a house. So Radha Krishna, they gave curse to each other.
ये सब पुराण की अनेक कथा है.
So these are so many stories in Puran.
हमारा विवाह नहीं.
Like you will never get married to me.
जाओ मर्द लोग.
Like go to material world
हमारे लिए तुम्हें
and
क्या बोले?
you will have to burn in my separation. Then Radharani, she fainted with pain after hearing this. And then Krishna, after some time, Krishna said,
तुम्हारे साथ जो हमारे विवाह होगा,
like our marriage,
दूसरी प्रकार से होगा.
it will be in a different way.
अंडीवर की कथा
Like this is katha of Bhandir one. It's connected to this one.
जो उस समय ब्रह्मा जी आकर
At that time, Brahmaji came and he did ceremonies of the marriage ceremony.
अनुमोदन नहीं है.
There are no parents. The marriages
उसमें माता पिता
where parents, Brahman, Guru, Vaishnava, they have permission of them.
के अनुमति नहीं
If
होने
you don't have permission of your parents
जग आदि नहीं होने पर
and for performing fire sacrifice, it is not a marriage.
मंदिर में जाकर के वो क्या बोले
If you just go to
बदल लेने से नहीं हो जाता है.
if you go to temple and get married, it's not good. Like everyone is putting garland on Guru, so are they being married? No, putting garland does not mean being married. People are putting garland all days. So marriage
माता पहले तो माता पिता के
Marriage is you have to have permission of your parents, you have to permission of your guru,
ब्राह्मण
you have to, and with the presence of Brahman, all the marriage ceremonies need to take place with all the proper rituals.
कराते हैं ना, उसमें क्या बोलते रहते
Like when you marry, they say Agni Sakshi, Lok Sakshi, like having the marking the presence of everyone.
हैं. मैं कोर्ट में जाकर के
Otherwise,
जो पकड़ करके ले जाए इसको मैं जानता हूँ उसके हाथ
otherwise you just go to court, pay 1,000 rupees and they make your signature and get married. No, this is not the way.
विवाह किसी को कहा जाता
What
है
is marriage?
हैं? उसमें ब्राह्मण के द्वारा
Brahman needs to be there and fire sacrifice needs to be performed.
ब्राह्मणों के साथ ब्राह्मण के द्वारा क्या करना पड़ता है? यज्ञ करना पड़ता है.
You have to do perform a fire sacrifice and with presence of a Brahman.
तो राधा जी के साथ विवाह तो किसके साथ भी?
So Radharani's marriage was done with whom? Abhimanyu.
साक्षी रह गया.
But
हैं?
the लोग
विवाह के समय
so at the time of wedding, Krishna,
संकर होने के नाते
he was
एक साथ बैठ गए. क्या बोले?
he sat beside Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu.
इसके अभिमन्यु के गोद में बैठे.
He sat on the lap of Abhimanyu at the time of wedding. So Krishna was so cunning
जो है
and he did perform all the rituals with his hands. But still,
प्रचार में विवाह किसके साथ हुई?
well, for general people they know that Radharani was married to Abhimanyu.
लोग प्रचार के अनुसार
For according to general people, but in reality,
कृष्ण के साथ
who was Radharani married to? With Krishna. At the time, fire, Brahman,
अभिमन्यु के साथ.
there was Abhimanyu. According to them, it was married to Abhimanyu.
ये समस्त विचार आदि दिखा रहे हैं.
So these are the
विवाह आदि की जो
opinions that's explained here. So marriage
यज्ञ होना चाहिए.
is
बिना यज्ञ
so
से
without fire
विवाह
sacrifice,
नहीं जाता.
the marriage is invalid.
समझ में नहीं तो कलियुग में किसी
Otherwise, in Kali Yuga, you can go and get married to anyone. They go to temple, purchase 10 rupee garland, and then offer to each other. This is not marriage.
विवाह नहीं माना जाता.
This is not the way to marry.
समझ में आया?
Do you understand or not?
वो विवाह नहीं माना जाता.
वो विवाह नहीं माना जाता है.
100 रुपए का 1000 रुपए का माला
So you can even buy 1,000 rupees garland,
देने से क्या होगा?
100 rupees garland, but
बदल देने से
this is not a marriage ritual.
माला बदल से नहीं होता है. उगनी फेरा होना चाहिए. क्या बोला?
So you have to take circles of the fire. Fairy, like you have to take circles around the fire.
दक्षिणा देना पड़ता है.
You have to give donation to Brahman. Without giving donation,
नहीं होती.
the marriage is not proper. Did you understand or not?
ये समस्त विचार दिखाए.
So this all is being explained here. So this is why.
राधा कृष्ण के दोनों को विचार.
So Radha and Krishna, they both got
और
cursed.
एक कथा भी पुराण की.
There's also another story in Puran. There's so many stories.
एक पुराण की कथा है.
This is not from one scripture. There's so many scriptures. when there was all destruction, all the earth, all the universe, it got drowned in water.
Of devastation. But now you are looking at me with these lusty desires. At that time, Srimati Radhika became very upset, and then they gave each other a curse. You go to the material world. And in Krishna said, Shrimatika, you also come to the material, you will also go to the material world. Srimati Radhika took the form of a peacock.
And Krishna took form of a snake. Krishna took form of a snake and Radharani took form of a peacock. And both of them, they are always fighting. Naturally, like peacock and snake, they are naturally fighting. They are enemies. So the peacock hit the snake on 3 places, one in the neck, one in the back and one in the leg. So that is why Krishna is known as Tribhanga Lalit, like bent, threefold bends. So that's why Krishna, to remember this Lila, he is always in the Tribhanga Lalit form in front of Radharani. So that's why in Chaitanya Charitamrita Vishwanath he's explaining
अच्छा भ्रू किसने नचाते हैं
भ्रू किसने नचाते
हैं अर्थात
meaning
जहाँ राधा जी के पास कृष्ण जब
when
आ जाते हैं
when Krishna goes to Radharani to remember this Leela, what is Krishna doing with his eyebrows? He's making signs to remember this Leela. He's giving signals. What is Bhru Nachaya? Like moving the eyebrows. Like lovers, when they are lovers, there's a symptom of love, indication of love. Like for the eyelids, eyebrows, they are giving signals to each other. So these are the stories of the love world, the world of love world. This is not the stories of material world and not the story of lust. This is the story of divine love that I am explaining. So what did Krishna do? He moving his eyebrows. What did he do? He's giving signals to Radharani. And why is he in the threefold bended form, Tribhanga Lalit? Like Radharani in the form of peacock. What did she do to the snake, which was the form of Krishna? She hit peacock, the beak on the 3 places, in the legs, back and the neck. So wherever you see Krishna's form, it is Tribhanga Lalit. It is bent from these 3 places. Why is Krishna Tribhanga Lalit? It is Tribhanga Lalit because that Radharani, that the peacock in form of Radharani and Krishna in form of snake, they both are complete enemies and fighting. So to manifest this Leela, what did Radharani do? The feathers of peacock, he gave up the feathers, and at that time Krishna, he picked up that peacock feather and he put it on his head. Meaning, Krishna's opinion here is that Radhe, that your peacock feathers, always I will keep it on my head. So that's why Krishna always wearing a morpang, like peacock feather on his head. The gopis have like 2 reasons they have 2 desires to see in Krishna's form. One is Tribhanga Lalit, one is second is peacock feather, third is flute. The 3 things that the gopis desire to always see. Why did Krishna possess a flute?
लक्ष्मी देवी के स्वयं भगवान जो है अपने
So Lakshmi-devi,
रेखा के भांति में रखा। ये कथा
he
हम बताते
keep
हैं।
Lakshmi-devi like on his chest, lotus feet in his chest. We tell this story in Bail 1 that Lakshmi-devi is doing so much austerities, and the result of that austerities,
रास में प्रवेश करना चाहते
she wants to enter the Ras, but still
हैं। प्रवेश अधिकार नहीं मिला।
she cannot get access. What did she do?
अपने वक्षस्थल की बाएं तरफ जो है
So on the left side of the chest, they put the lines of the hoof feet, and that's why.
वाम अंग पर
So Lakshmi Devi is manifested on the Krishna's left side of the chest,
रहती है। लक्ष्मी रूप में
in not form of Lakshmi.
किंतु स्वर्ण रेखा के रूप में
So it's like in the form of a golden line.
और इसको देख करके
So-
कथा सरस्वती देवी भी बहुत साल तक कृष्ण के
Saraswati Devi also did austerities for Krishna. Lakshmi Saraswati.
सरस्वती देवी कृष्ण के प्रार्थना करने लगी।
She prayed to
कि
Krishna,
आप मुझे
but please,
अपने रासस्थल में प्रवेश
please let me enter your Rasasthali.
देखो गोपी बिना तो प्रवेश हो ही नहीं होगा।
So you will not get enter without a gopi's body.
कृष्ण ने कहा
So
जाओ
Krishna said, go,
तुम मेरा जो है वंशी के रूप में रहो।
you stay in form of my
पुराण
flute.
की कथा
This is the story of Purana. Jayadeva Puran, and there's also Puran
ये वंशी रूप में ही प्रकट
that she appeared in form of Krishna's
उसी की
flute.
जन्म कथा जो है
So the birth of Krishna's flute
उसी प्रकार
is like this.
बता दिया। ये वही सरस्वती देवी
That
जो
same
है
Saraswati Devi,
वंशी के रूप में
she appeared in form of flute of Krishna,
अमृत पान करते हैं।
and she is drinking the nectar of Krishna. And Lakshmi Devi is on the Krishna's left side of chest in form of a golden line,
और सरस्वती देवी
and Saraswati Devi is in form of a flute.
कृष्ण के जो है अधामृत पान करते हैं।
She's drinking nectar
ये
of Krishna.
समस्त अनेक कथा जो
So
है
there are so many beautiful stories. So I'm saying this because
वैकुंठ आदि जगत में कोई अभिशाप
in Vaikunt there is no things like curse, anything, but still
लीला आदि
just to manifest Leela with the help of Yogamaya,
ये समस्त जो है
all these things are happening.
वैकुंठ जगत
But
किसी कहते हैं
Vaikuntha,
कुंठा कुंठा रोहिता
is-
इति वैकुंठ जिस जगत में किसी
So
प्रकार
in place,
कुंठा धर्म नहीं है।
there is no Kuntadharam, like there's no lust, no any bad desire in the world,
रजत तमोगुण के
no anger, lust, anything.
क्या
So
बोला?
that place is Vaikuntha Dham.
वैकुंठ धाम के कहा जाता है
Vaikuntha Dham is known as Satta Rajatama.
ये अतीत स्थान है।
It is beyond these three things.
तो तथापि यहाँ पर जो अभिशापवादी दिखा रहे हैं
But yet we are showing that people are being cursed here and people are being angry. This is only to manifest Leelas. This is not real.
जैसे कवि जी वैष्णव के क्रोध देखो
So if you see anger of a Vaishnav,
कभी ये करना नहीं चाहिए
you don't judge नहीं करना चाहिए.
No, retaliate. उसको क्रोध सामने नहीं दिखाना।
उसके क्रोध के
क्रोध में क्रोध नहीं
तमोगुण के भांति मत देखो
हाँ जज मत करो ना मतलब basically.
वैष्णव के क्रोध
Don't misjudge.
विश्वास होता है।
Don't misjudge the anger of a Vaishnav.
भाव दृष्टि स्वभाव जनित प्रकृतम प्राप्तम भक्ति जी कोई कभी यदि वैष्णव शुद्ध वैष्णव की
If you see
क्रोध आदि दर्शन
If you see anger of a Shuddha Vaishnava, a pure devotee of God, then
अपमानना वा उनके प्रति
then don't think bad.
भाव करना नहीं चाहिए
Don't think bad about them.
विश्वास स्वभाव जनित
Don't misjudge them because of this.
जिस प्रकार गंगा के
Like-
जल सदा सर्वदा पवित्र
Like Ganga is always pure, the water of Ganga is always pure,
अन्य नदी के जल
and the different rivers' water,
की जो फेन जो है उसको अपवित्र माना जाता है। फेन समझते हैं
the bubbles of the river is like not pure.
तो गंगा
But the Ganga's bubble,
वो सदा
they are always purely pure.
उसी प्रकार
Exactly like that.
कभी यदि क्रोध आदि
If you see anger on a Vaishnav,
तो आप
then you should not judge it.
ये करना नहीं चाहिए क्या बोले अपमानना न करना चाहिए
Like
दृष्टा स्वभाव जनितोई ये सब विचार होनी चाहिए, नहीं तो दृष्टि से आप विचार कर दो अपराध हो जाएगा.
So if you think like this, you will commit offense in the lotus feet of Vaishnava and you will be away from the world of bhakti. So that's what Rupa Goswami-pad has explained. Kapusasta doshi means like you're seeing their worldly things, like the things that they're doing, living like a human, and we are thinking that they are a normal human, then it's aparadha. Like we are seeing the sadhu as sick, you are thinking, oh no, he's a sadhu. So that is aparadha. This is aparadha. So this is explained that in Vaikuntha, how anger come in Vaikuntha, how Jaya-Vijaya got cursed. The brahmachari, the 4 brahmacharis who cursed Jaya-Vijaya, they were not brahmachari. They were getting merged in Brahma. So these person, they don't get anger. In Gita it is explained that what is the symptom of a person who has knowledge about Brahma. This is the symptom of a Brahma Jnani, a person who has knowledge of Brahma, that they don't have any anger and lust. It's known as Brahma Jnani. The anger should never come. So Jaya and Vijay, they were Brahma Jnani. How did they got angry? The 4 Brahmins, they got angry and they cursed Jaya-Vijaya. So in reality, pure devotees of the Lord, in their heart, in their lotus mouth, Yogmaya manifests, Yogmaya appeared and they gave curse. Narada Rishi is not a normal person, he is a gopi. What did he do? He cursed. Who did he curse? Jamla Arjun, Jamal Kuber and Manipur. But this curse turned into a benediction for them. So after performing bhajan for 1,000 lives, you won't get your transcendental spiritual form, but with the mercy of Narada Ji, they got form of a tree. After getting form of tree, in the Golok Vrindavan, they went. It is called Jamla and Arjun Bhanjan. They did Lila, and where did they go? They attained Golok Vrindavan. And they manifested in form of Madhukanta and Snigdhakanta. So Narada Ji's curse got into a boon and blessing benediction for them. So bad words or any angry words of your pure devotee of the Lord Vaishnava are like for your favor, are in your favor, are benediction for you. So this all has been explained now. So today we are here in Nrisimha-pali. Nrisimha-pali is not a normal place. It is a place of Krishna. Gopis is glorifying this place. Jayadeva Gosvami is glorifying this place. In the Shaftar Stotra. Why did he glorify this place? He glorified this place that Krishna is not a normal man. Gopis, there's a happiness in the heart of gopis that Krishna is not a normal person. The Krishna who we are spend time with is not a normal man. He has taken forms of Matsya, Nrisimha and different forms. So Jayadeva Goswami-pad is glorifying Nrisimhadev. He's showing the beloved of gopis, Krishna is not a normal man.
हमारे
And second,
श्रीला रूपा गोस्वामी
Rupa Goswami-pali
ग्रंथ में
in the scripture,
विदग्ध माधव ग्रंथ में
the Madhav
तो
Granth,
ये भी हास परिहास भी करते हुए
when making a joke,
परिहास करते हुए
that making joke with Radha Rani, it is also explained. When Radha Rani is angry,
समय
at that time, Krishna,
और ललिता आदि सखियों के साथ
with
अनेक
Lalita
प्रकार
and
के हास परिहास
Lalita and Sakhis, there are so
इस हास
many
परिहास में वर्णन
laughter
करते
moments.
हैं।
In those moments,
ये राधा जी जो जो क्रिया आदि करते हैं
the thing that Radha Rani do
सारे अंग कांति भी अंग आदि भी
and all the body parts of Radha Rani,
अवतार उसमें विराजमान है।
all the body parts of Radha Rani are embedded, manifested into the
कांति में भी
all manifestations of God that he took.
राधा कृष्ण
Like he took main 10 avatars,
प्रकार की अवतार
10 types of avatar in the world, and they are all.
कृष्ण के लिए करते हैं।
We are saying Dashavtar Stotra for Krishna.
आज समझ में नहीं। किंतु हमारे रूप गोस्वामी कह रहे हैं
But Rupa Goswami has said
दस अवतार के
that Radharani also took form with him at the same time. This is a very beautiful thought.
पाओगे।
I don't think you will be able to understand it, the depth about.
राधा जी के जब मत्स्य अवतार पहले क्या है
When the first one is Matsya avatar,
कृष्ण के मत्स्य
the fish, like a fish. The Krishna is Matsya avatar. Then Radharani also took form of that.
तो बहुत कठिन है आप लोग के बोलने से
Like it's hard to understand. I will tell you later.
पर मत्स्य कुर्म
Matsya, Kurma, Vara.
है अनेकों है
Oh.
राधा जी के एक एक अंग मानो
So Radharani's body parts are like embedded into the
अवतार भी बताया
forms of Krishna that he appeared in this world.
सुंदर वर्णन है रूप गोस्वामी पाद
A very beautiful explanation by Rupa Goswami Pad.
विदग्ध माधव
With the Madhav Natak,
को वर्णन किया है
it is explained.
ये समझता हास परिहास है ललिता देवी
These are very beautiful moments of love and laughter. Lalita Devi is expressing this.
अपने दस अवतार बताते हैं
Krishna, you are telling that you have taken Dash avatar, like you took this form of, and you killed demons like this, and you did this, and you did that. You helped the world.
और उसी प्रकार ललिता
Similarly, like that, Lalita Devi.
बहुत सुंदर
It's conversation between Lalita Devi and Krishna.
अवतार राधा जी के नृसिंह अवतार कब होता है राधा जब मान कर लेती है
Radharani become Nrisimha when she's angry.
भंगी आदि ऐसे करते हैं नृसिंहदेव जैसे भाव प्रकट आदि करते हैं ये सब
Like
तो बहुत कुछ बताया
very anger mood like Nrisimhadev.
सब कथा जो है बहुत सुंदर
Very beautiful kathas are these.
कथा है
So deep and so confidential katha. I will tell you later. Ki Jai.
इसलिए राधा
So that's why glory Guru. If you worship Radha and Krishna,
अवतार की भी उपासना
you are doing worship of all forms of Lord that manifested in this world.
उपासना करें
Dashavtar. So if you are glorifying Radha and Krishna,
सारे अवतार की
so you are taking, doing worship of all the avatar of Krishna.
मठ में प्रसाद लेना है नहीं तो देर हो जाएगा 12:30 बजे